Tune in every Saturday morning from 8 until 9 on WIKB for Wishigan Outdoors. Randy Gustafson and I, along with weekly special guests, cover all aspects of outdoor recreation available just out your back door in northern Wisconsin and the UP. It's Wishigan Outdoors, brought to you by Biggery's Ace Hardware, Wild Rivers Realty and Associates, First National Bank and Trust, George Young Recreational Complex and Golf Course, Dave's Four Seasons Service, Northwoods Wilderness Outfitters, and The Listening In. It's Wishigan Outdoors on 99.1 FM. We'll see you Saturday.
Welcome to another edition of Wishigan Outdoors with your hosts Brad Zima and Randy Gustafson.
Good morning again, 99.1 FM, WIKB True Country. Happy Saturday morning to you. And we're here for another Wishigan Outdoors. Thanks for waking up with Mitch Ness, playing your classic country favorites to get your weekend started every week. And I'm Brad Zima, along with Randy Gustafson. We're here for Wishigan Outdoors from Northwoods Wilderness Outfitters. Hi, Randy.
Morning, Brad.
How's everything going? Getting started with Wishigan Outdoors here. Our guest today, I believe one time Dave's been on with us, Dave Painter, Hunter Safety Coordinator for the UP and Northern Lower Peninsula, and longtime conservation officer as well. Thanks for coming in, Dave.
Thanks for having me.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Well, it's Wishigan Outdoors getting started on another Saturday, and our guests today, we've got two, but I'll take the blame. I only brought one mic, so we're going to be doing one at a time here. First is the district manager of the Ironbarg Conservation District, Jen Ricker. Thanks for coming in, Jen.
Thanks for having me.
And fishing, kind of a nice segue into our guest today.
Yeah, I'm sure she's heard that. Should have been here yesterday once in a while.
Yeah, so. Yeah. We've got Barb Carey on with us today, president and founder of Wisconsin Women Fish, professional angler on the pro staff for several names you'll recognize. And Barb, we appreciate you coming on today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We're going to jump right into it. We've got Mike Donofrio on with us again. If you listened last week, Mike is with the Wisconsin DNR Fisheries Team Supervisor of, I think it was 6 northeast Wisconsin counties, and specializes in the Menominee River. Good morning again, Mike.
Good morning.
Speaking of fishing here, that's what we're going to be talking today a ton. Our guest today with us, Chase Eberly, professional angler. He's on Wilderness Systems Pro staff and also a contributor at myfishingpartner.com. Chase, thanks for coming on with us.
No problem, guys. How you doing?
Got a guest on. You'll recognize him. He was on, I don't know, about this time last year, probably sometime, maybe a little later. Bill Parker from the Michigan Outdoor News, and we've got Bill on with us today. Hi, Bill.
Morning, guys. How are you today?
Marshy areas that have a lot of alder, a lot of wet ground. What could you plant in there that would be beneficial and that would take?
Sure, yeah. Well, the first thing I would say is, you really want to narrow down what your goals are with any planting job. So you want to just kind of have a game plan for what you're trying to achieve, and that'll help to narrow down your species immediately. If you're just trying to increase the wildlife habitat, then you can start looking at what you can do to achieve that.
We'll keep talking about bears a little bit more here, Richard. I know you had mentioned when we talked earlier a proposed ban on chocolate. What's up with that?
Yeah, the Department of Natural Resources has made their recommendations in changes for the next 2 years, 2017, 2018, for bear hunting regulations and license quotas. And one of those recommendations is a total ban on chocolate as bear bait.
There's several different ways to do it. I prefer using a slip bobber and a jig and a crappie minnow. I always have the best luck doing that. I know another thing that a lot of guys like to do is cast like smaller spinners and smaller like crankbait type stuff. And that can be really fun. And the cool thing about that is if you're using some light action stuff and you're casting like that, I mean, it's as fun as using a medium heavy and catching bass or whatever you're doing.
It's like bluegill, it's fun to catch. We do have quite a few guys that use the little spinners on them.
Yep.
But otherwise, most guys are just using slip bobbers and a minnow. Some guys will use jigs, some guys just use a hook.
And one other part of that water that we can talk about that I'm sure you guys have come across and watch out for are those couple spots that are just underwater that come right up that are pretty dangerous for boaters.
Right. Yeah, and it's not only there in the Brule. I mean, the Menominee has
a reputation for being a very rocky, cobbly river. So, you know, use due caution when you're motoring up and down the stream there. You're going to lose some prop damage and some a lower unit is possible as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful, and the smallie fishing for an inland lake is second to none for trophy class fish. Randy, I know you were talking. You had heard some rumblings that you didn't know if they were correct or not.
Well, I don't know where the guys are getting this because what they were asking me, and we've gotten a lot of inquiries on it, is that people have heard that they're doing away with the antler point restrictions, and no, they're not. But we were trying to figure out where this was coming from, and I think Bill has some insight into where people may have heard a little bit of a much bigger topic, right, Bill?
Yeah, that sounds like that might be what they heard. At last week's commission meeting up in Lansing, they did vote to reduce antler point restrictions, if you will, on South Fox Island.
What were some of the glaring things that you came across there that you came out of after your 3 years here in our zone?
Well, in that particular zone, it timed out with those very severe winters of 2013 and 2014. And so what we saw was the deer population went from about 20 deer per square mile in 2012. We were fortunate enough to get out there a year ahead of time before we started the intensive field work, and we ran our camera trap survey to estimate deer abundance. Came up with about 20 deer per square mile. And by 2014, we were down to about 10 deer per square mile.
And when I mean they're leaving, they're not like a whitetail where they'll just travel across
the next 40 over,
you know, and go hide in the cedar swamp. No, they look back at you and they go 3 ridges over.
I'm not wearing a Speedo today either. I actually was going to, Brad. You didn't know what was going on today.
We sound smart right now.
We do. We sound extremely smart. For the radio listeners that can't see this, his hat says vegetarian, an old Indian word for bad hunter.
No shells.
Looking for oddball signs.
Forgot him at home. Yeah, it's some odd. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
I did that one time. I went to camp and I forgot a box of shells. My dad and I both shoot not 6, so I was okay. He had his. If we both would have forgot, that would have been a bummer. Because half the time you go to, you stop at your normal place on the way to camp, and they won't have much ammo left because guys plan on buying it too when they're going through. So
that's right.
That's a good one. Remember your shells. Be safe out there. Good luck on the opener. Good luck all season, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks. And good luck on you guys are both hunting Michigan side, so good luck Wednesday for you boys. And that's another Wishigan. TT's right around the corner. And until next week, Randy,
we'll see you in the outdoors.